Hi everyone, good evening to all. I welcome Mr. Pramod, CEO of INT Labs. He is going to be who is going to deliver today's webinar on artificial intelligence and IoT. Welcome, sir. We are glad to have you here.
Yeah, hi. Probably we'll be taking 5 more minutes and we'll be having a small quiz at the start. And once we're done, then we'll be moving into the web.
Okay, sir.
Yeah. In 5 minutes, we'll be starting with the quiz. Let's check with the knowledge of people on these technologies, then we'll go into the webinar.
Sure, sir.
Okay, sure.
Hello guys, I'm Nishanand from IIT Labs. Before we start the session, we'll play a small game so that you'll be more interested in this topic. So let me share you my screen. Okay, now I want all of you to click on kahoot.in. So open your mobiles or laptops and just type Kahoot. Come on guys, be quick. Come on guys, enter the pin fast so that we can start the game. So let me tell you the game pin. It is 5311686. Come on guys, join fast. One more minute, we'll be starting. Join people. So we have 200 participants over here. I want all of you to join. Come on. 25? Why only 25? Come on, are you guys not interested in playing games? So we'll be starting exactly at 7:30. So by then I want everyone to join. Last 1 minute, guys. Come on, join. Okay, let me tell you the pin last time. So it is 5311686. Okay, last 1 more minute, guys. Okay, now we'll be starting the game in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay, so here is your first question. Artificial intelligence is about. Come on, answer. Come on, guys. You have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. So let me just check the scoreboard. Okay, we have Anya in the top. Okay. Let's get into the next question. Which of the given language is not commonly used for AI? Come on, guys, fast. We have 10 seconds more. Oh my God, you guys are so quick. Okay, the time is up. Oh, there are only 5 correct. Let me just check the scoreboard. Okay, we have David in the top. That's okay. We have 2 more questions. Let's get into the next question. So, ways to achieve AI in real life are. Come on, guys. I think you know this answer. Okay. Oh, great. We have the majority are correct. Now let's check the scoreboard. Oh, we have still Deepaj at the top. That's fine. Come on, guys. Keep answering. Okay, how many types of machine learning are there? Okay, I think this is also easy. Come on. Okay, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The time is up. Okay, we have 16 correct. Now let's check the scoreboard. Oh, we have Sahith in the top now. Come on, guys. The scoreboard is changing. Okay, now IoT stands for. Come on, this is easy. Okay, last 2 seconds and 1. The time is up. Okay. So now let's check the scoreboard. Okay, we have Harshita in the top. And we have Sahith. Okay, now the next question. Which of the following is the way in which an IoT device is associated with data? Come on, guys. I think this is a tricky question, but you can answer. Okay, last 3, 2, and 1. The time is up. Only 15 are correct. That's okay. Oh, we have Dheeraj in the top again. And we have a new member in the top too, that is Sunny. Okay, keep going. The next question. An IoT network is a collection of dash devices. Come on, think it. Okay, the time is up. Oh, great. Still not correct. Okay, now let's check the scoreboard again. Okay, we still have Dheeraj on top, and I see new members coming up. Come on, guys. Keep doing good. Okay, so what is the Arduino UNO? This might be easy. 1, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The time's up. Okay, we have the majority accurate. Now let's check the scoreboard. Oh, you see Sunny in the top. That's okay. Dheeraj, you can get to the top again. Now let's go into the next question. Which of the following layers provides end-to-end connection in IoT? Come on, guys. I think this is easy. We have 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. The time is up. Okay, we have 30 correct. That's okay. Now let's check the scoreboard. Oh, that's good. Dheeraj is top again. Okay, now let's get to the next question. Okay, the term IoT of Internet of Things was coined by. Okay, the time is up, guys. Okay, we have 16 correct. Now let's check the scoreboard. Oh, nice. We can see the new names coming up. Keep doing that, Kamsha. In the next question, in which year the term Internet of Things was coined? Come on, guys, you can do it. Okay, the time is up. Oh, I see only 10 correct. Keep doing that. Oh, we see someone coming in the top too. Okay, still there it is in the first place. Come on, guys, keep doing. Next question. How many numbers of the elements in the open IoT architecture? Okay, this is tricky. But keep thinking. Oh, nice. I see 11 correct answers. Okay, now let's check the scoreboard. Okay, we have someone new in the top first place. Okay, keep going. Then the next question. Machine learning is a subset of. Come on, guys, this is easy. Okay, last 2 seconds, 1, and the time is up. Great, majority are correct. Okay, now let's check the scoreboard. Okay, we still have you in the first place. Okay, now let's get into the next question. Okay, now what are the 3 types of machine learning? Come on, guys, this is easy. Keep answering. We have 5 seconds left. 3, 2, and 1. The time is up. Oh, nice. All of them are correct. Now let's check the scoreboard. Okay, we have Dheeraj in the top again. Come on, guys. Keep doing. Now the next question. The problem of finding hidden structure in unlabeled data is called. Okay, this is tricky. Keep thinking. Come on, guys. Last 5 seconds. Okay, the time is up. Okay, majority are correct. Now let's check the scoreboard. Okay, so we still have Dheeraj in the top place, and I see new members coming up. Okay, now the next question. Following are the types of supervised learning. Okay, this is tricky again. Oh, nice. Majority are correct. Now let's check the scoreboard. Okay, same. We have Dheeraj in the top, and Akanksha is now in the top 2. Next question, and the last question. Which one of the following is not an IoT device? Come on, guys. This is the last question, and this is the easiest one. Okay, the time is up. Okay, we have 12 correct answers, and now let's check the scoreboard and the podium. Okay, in the third place, we have Akanksha. Congratulations, Akanksha. Okay, in the second place, we have you, and in the first place, who is it? Dheeraj. Congratulations, guys. And now we have fourth and fifth as parents, Sunny. Now, let's get into the actual topic. And from now, Pramod sir will be dealing on.
Yeah, hi everyone. Hope you people enjoyed this. Just give me a second. Before we okay. Hi everyone. Before I start moving on with this webinar, I just want you people to go ahead and fill the form that I put in the chat, so that I understand who the people are and what you know till now, so that I can have a clear glance in the webinar. I just want everyone to fill the form before we start. I'll not be wasting most of the time. I'll be just giving you a couple of minutes to fill the form. I just want each and everyone to fill the form, so that I'll understand which year, basically from which batch my target audience are, so that I can make the content better. And I just want everyone to fill the form. I'll be sharing you to understand our target audience, how many, like, which years the people are from and which branches they come from. Just want each and everyone in the meeting to fill the form so that help me understand who you are. Okay, your majority is from second year computer science. For first year, simple probably a person. Make it fast. You have 31 responses. I want everyone in the meeting to fill the form. Guys, make it fast. We need to start the session. I want each and everyone in the webinar to fill the form. Guys, we're running out of time. It's the last minute. I just want everyone who are in the meeting to move ahead and fill this form. There's 50 responses. Let's make it fast. At 7:50 sharp, we'll be starting the webinar. Anyway, from looking into your field, I can see that these people, most of the people who have an idea on artificial intelligence, and most of the people don't have prior knowledge on what IoT is. This is expected as these people are from computer science. Okay. Let us go back and understand these things because when we are speaking about this technology, AIoT is a combination of couple of things. Basically, IoT and adding more intelligence to it is what we are meant to do. Basically, when we are dealing with this technology, Internet of Things, it's all about making these hardware components around us work like as we humans do. Okay, let us go back, let us stop these bookish definitions and all. When we are dealing about IoT, I was not at all interested in dealing with these kind of bookish definitions. Whenever someone asks about IoT, people come up with these kind of answers, like network of physical objects that are connected to internet, allowing them to send and receive and exchange. That's okay. I accept this is the definition of internet, but definitely this is not where we are going to start. So to make it more interesting, let us try to compare it with someone else which we are using it in real time. How many of you in this webinar are using Facebook? Is my voice audible now? Let me check my mic. Am I audible? Okay. Can you let me know, like how many of you in the meeting are using Facebook? Facebook, Instagram, or anything? How many are using social media applications over here? Come on, guys, put it in the chat. How many are using social media applications? In this webinar are using Facebook or some social media applications. Is my voice clear now? Probably just change my mic. Is it clear than before?
Yes, sir, it is clear, sir.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you. Sorry. So, why we came to these social media applications is I was a kind of person who was very interested in learning things through what we see in and around us. As in this age, we people are most into these social media applications. But the question is, why are we using these social media applications? Because, see, uh, you just answered me this question. Most of the people replied that we are using social media applications, right? Can we answer this question? Why? Why are you people using these social media applications? Can anyone respond in the chat? Why are you using these social media applications? To connect with people. Very good, Chetan. To be connected in the world, to connect with people. Good. Nice. See, the thing is, because what is happening, so everything is fine. But what made the social media applications possible to connect with people? Like we are connecting with people around us, right? We can send them messages, we can receive messages, we can information. So internet is something which made everything possible. With the advancement in the internet, we can speak. See, in older days when there is no internet, it's hard for people to communicate. So now with the advent of internet, we can easily approach and transfer data between people around us. So can I call these social media applications as internet of people? Come on guys, yes or no? Can I call these social media applications as internet of people? Simple term, right? So this is something where people are getting connected over internet where these people can interact. Now, Internet of Things is also the same where instead of people, things can communicate among themselves. Maybe my phone can communicate with my lights around me, or my remote can communicate with something. Even my pen can speak with me, or my mouse can speak. Even the chair which I'm sitting can say something with me. The college bags that you're using every day, your sandals that you're using, your shoes, and everything, whatnot. All the things around us can also establish some sort of communication. They can intercommunicate with among themselves. They can interconnect with people. This is simply what Internet of Things is. Again, it's internet which is making all these possible, all the things possible. Through internet, these things can communicate among themselves. These people can send, these things can send messages. These things can receive messages. For example, see what's happening is sitting somewhere else in the world, I can simply turn on and off my lights and fans and everything. How is it possible? Because through the mobile, from the mobile through the internet, we can able to send signals to other device that is attached over there. And this establishment is helpful for us for the entire stuff. So let us go through deep into this in much part of the webinar, but as simple as what we know, we can understand a simple thing. This is something which will be helpful for connecting things around us and establish a platform or internet where these things can communicate among themselves or can communicate with us. Okay, now the thing is, okay, we understood what IoT is. This is fine. But now the major question is, we engineers are not intended to know what IoT is. We engineers are here to build IoT devices. So the most important term is not what IoT is. The most important term is how can we build IoT devices. Now let us go deep into it and try to understand how we can start building these IoT devices. Okay. So again, come back to the real world and try to understand how a human body works. Okay, let us go back into a biology here. Before coming back and understanding the IoT device. So, a straightforward question for you people. How do this human body can interact with external environment? How do this human body know that something is happening in the external environment? Neurons still can be better. What about others? How can we humans? How many are humans in the webinar? Are we all humans? Okay, brain through neurons. Okay, still. So, come on. Tell me, how are we interacting with the external environment? How can we know that something is happening in the external environment? We feel, nervous system sends the signal. Okay. Still, come on. How can we know that someone is coming towards us? Contexting between neurons. Sensation came closer. How can we feel the sensation? Senses. Senses are from come on, Dheeraj, you came closer. Sense organs. Very good. Sense organs are responsible for human body to get interaction with the external environment. Through our sense organs, we know what we can see something, we can hear something, what not. See, everything is happening because we have the signals coming through our sensor. Okay, acha, fine. Now, from the sense organs, where are the signals moving? Come on, brain. Very good, Chetan. So from our sense organs, the entire information is going to the brain. What is this brain doing basically? This brain is processing the entire data which is coming up, and it starts sending instructions to other organs, analyzing it is exactly processing or analyzing, whatever you call it. Then it is sending instructions to other parts of your body, to your hands, to your legs, whatever it is. So that is how things are going as of now. Okay. So now the question is, we are getting some sort of information, we are processing it, we are sending instructions to other parts of the body. This is what we understood as a basic functioning of the human body. Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. So now let us try to implement the same in understanding how we build an IoT device. Okay. Now, when we are speaking about IoT devices, even this IPO principle is standard. With my experience of building IoT devices and all, I figured out this model will fit better and start building up IoT devices. Because there is no standard principle for building a device, but the thing is, this is one thing that eventually will happen everywhere. So I figured out that this is a better way where one can start building their devices and so input, processing, and output are the three major things which will happen in the life cycle of building a product. Now the question is, how can these take an input? How can these IoT devices take an input? Come on. Sensors. Guys, it is on your screen. How can these IoT devices take an input? Web sensors applications. Yeah. Like it has a software channel and it has a hardware channel itself. Sensor is something which will give an input to your IoT device probably. The second way is the software way of giving an input through your web application or through your mobile application. You can start putting input to your application. So the couple of ways in which we can start putting up input through your IoT devices through a sensor or through an application. Okay. The processing part, forever the processing part will be done in a device called microcontroller, which acts as a virtual brain for the IoT device. Like as we has the brain, these devices will have microcontrollers which will do all the processing. Now the question is, how can output be delivered? Output have a couple of options basically. One thing is it can perform some kind of action on the external environment. Like if I want to turn on light or something, lights will be turned on and off, motors will be turned on and off. So this IoT device is creating some kind of impact on the external environment. Or else it can display something or it can put some kind of voice as an output. Understood? If you're taking an input, it can be through a sensor or from an web or mobile applications. When we are delivering an output, it can be from an actuator where it can perform some kind of action on the external environment, or else it can display something. So these are the standard ways in which you can get an input or output. Can anyone suggest me any other paths in which we can get input or output? Can anyone put it in the chat? What are the other ways in which you can get an input or an output? Signals. Signals is what through sensors, right? Sensors are the things that will provide signals as inputs. So whenever we are building up a project, how we differentiate is first we understand how we take an input, then we differentiate what is the output method in which we can deliver. Once we standardize these two things, then we'll be go with processing part. Data from web. Yeah, even data from web is also being pushed from some kind of application, right? Okay. Okay. Whenever we are speaking about processing part, one straightforward question: how are these microcontrollers doing all these processing part all together? So the question is, how do we know that we need to do something? Do we have all these maturity when we are in our first, second, and third class? Do our brain thinks the same as we think in our first 1 to 5 years? So how do we come to know all these? Because either someone should be providing all the information that is required for you, or you need to learn it from your own experiences, right? Two things that should happen. Either you need to get it from instructions that is sent by others, or you need to learn it through your own experience. Yes or no? In the same way, when we are doing the processing part for the microcontroller, we'll be sending you a defined code where this code have a set of instructions where it will follow the instructions and it will do the processing part. We have a lot of microcontrollers: Arduino, Node MCU, ESP32, 8 Mega, Raspberry Pi, Raspberry Pico. There are a lot of microcontrollers in the market for the processing part. Based upon the requirement and the amount of processing that need to be done, we can choose a particular microcontroller. Clear? How many of you at least understood what is IoT and how we can build an IoT device? Can just put I am in the chat box. If you just even understood, just put I am in the chat box. Only 7, 8 people in the webinar. That's okay. Now, if you have any queries, you can post it in the chat. Any queries? If you have any queries, you can put them in the chat. And now let us go back and try to understand what artificial intelligence is basically. People will say artificial intelligence is the capacity of a computer or a computer controlled robot to accomplish activities that would normally be performed by intelligent individuals. Oh my God. So let us keep this definition apart for some time. That's like a small, see, we need to understand the basic line of difference. See, people, most of the time I'll get this question when I move into some kind of student communities for discussions and all. What is machine learning and what is artificial intelligence? Difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence. Because there is nothing to be more complicated. Can anyone define what machine learning, what's the difference between machine learning and artificial intelligence is? Training the model to achieve artificial intelligence. Still, training the model to achieve artificial intelligence is called machine learning. Okay. Basically, people will say that machine learning is a part of artificial intelligence. I heard this a lot. Most of the people will say that artificial intelligence is a part of machine learning. Machine learning is a part of artificial intelligence. As in a learning hierarchy, we'll start machine learning and then people start understanding artificial intelligence and all. Most people will think that machine learning is a basic, then the advanced part is artificial intelligence that we need to do. But see, machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence. No. No. Artificial intelligence itself is a subset of machine learning. There's a very thin line of difference I need to explain to you people. See, machine learning. What do you mean by machine learning? A machine is learning, right? Like we humans, I already spoke with you regarding the same. How we humans can perform all the tasks that we are able to do right now, because we here heard lot of things. See, we have a couple of learning methods. See, one from instructions, might be from instructions by your parents, by teachers, by friends, colleagues, someone. Due to the instructions, you came to know that you can do or do not do such kind of tasks. And from your experiences, you learn few things. So your brain is programmed in such a way that you can learn through instructions as well as your self experiences. Okay, now as we come and look into how a machine works. Basically, a machine is machine learning. Means a machine is trying to learn. So there is couple of ways in which it can start its learning procedure. The first way is you'll write a predefined set of instructions. It will just follow those particular instructions and accomplish a particular task. It don't have an intelligence to think of itself. And second method in which we can make those mission work is you can write a set of instructions where it will be performing operations according to the instructions and also being instructed to learn from its own intelligence. So in both the scenarios, machine learning is which is happening, but one is with artificial intelligence and another is without artificial intelligence. How many of you agree with this? Basically, there are these kind of thin lines that we miss when we are trying to learn such giant technologies. As we are starting with machine learning first and then going to artificial intelligence, we might think that machine learning is a subset of artificial intelligence, but probably it's not. Okay, machine learning is what is happening, and it's about learning something, and might be learned with artificial intelligence, not without artificial intelligence. Yeah, if you have any doubt, you can put it in the chat. Okay. So whenever someone is someone start learning things, so someone is doubt. I think ML and many other are part of artificial intelligence only, right? That is what I'm saying. People start thinking that machine learning is part of it, artificial intelligence. So you ask yourself a question: what is machine learning? Machine learning is machine learning something. Can be only through instructions or can also be with an experience, it's enhancing through its own experience, which we call as artificial intelligence. So machine learning is a process which can be achieved with artificial intelligence or without artificial intelligence. That's what training is all about. Machine learning, in these training, if you also impart its self-intelligence, that is where we are building, we are making this artificial intelligence come true. Fine, now you're clear with your questions. So these basically the thing is, these are the things which we ignore, would be costlier when we trying to enhance ourselves. Okay, let us keep these things aside. So this is artificial intelligence, right? Now, what is AIOT? Thing is, we are speaking about training a model, right? Training a model is if you implement training a model in this IoT, where can we implement? Should we implement it in input or processing or output? Where should we implement the training model? Start, only one person answered. We had discussed that we have input, processing, and output phases in IoT. And we discussed that machine learning is something where we try to put up things, and if we do it with intelligence, it is called artificial intelligence. So basically, where should we do this? Input, processing, or output? We have three phases: input, processing, output. Where do we implement this artificial intelligence? Processing. Very good. Because input is getting something that you're getting from the external environment. Output is something that you're pushing out on the external environment. This processing part is very, very, very important. And the scale of IoT projects will increase based upon the amount of processing that we do. See, let me give you more examples, probably. See, if I just want to control some kind of lights with my mobile, what will happen? I'll just send a signal from my mobile. And if it is an on, if I want it to be an on state, it will be just passing a signal that it need to be turned on. If I send an off signal, it need to be sending a signal to the output device that it should be turned off. A simple processing part that does not require any training or something. Now, let us try to understand a machine learning model to be trained without having intelligence. If I have a camera and I want it to be turned in my door to be open, only a few people came in. I have data of few people. So what I'll do is I'll train it with data of those few people. If they come in, it will automatically turn on the door. It's automatically open the door. Now, if I want to, what's happening is now the processing part is bit critical. When you have some kind of image captured, yeah, you need to train a model on it so that if these people are coming in, these doors should be open. So again, the output will be processed to the output, either door should be opened or. Now, if we want to accumulate something like, I not only want these people to come in, along with these people, I want my device to identify who are the other people I'm trying to give access to. If I say that, see, I have Pavan, Vamshi as panelists, some other person, Dwarapudi, someone, three people as panelists for me as of now. Okay, now the question is, whenever, if I have asked my WebEx to make these three people panelists every point of time. Okay, that's fine. I'll train them with their ID numbers or something. Whenever these people will come in automatically, if it is identified, they'll be the panelists. But I'll be making it a bit tricky. Now, in next time, I have someone guest 1030. This meeting, I made this person as admin. Panelist, and next I'll make Venkat Manas as panelist, and then I'll make Surya Teja as panelist. Now this model should we have an added intelligence to understand what are the common characteristics of a person whom I'm trying to make a panelist. It need to analyze it by itself, and then it need to allow persons of that similar kind to a panelist. In the same way, if we try to embed it in an IoT, we spoke about door lock systems, right? Instead of training model where only few people can be getting done, if I'm opening door for some other people who are coming in, might be my staff or someone, it need to identify the unique characters. Like I have, if I have 40 to 50 employees over there, few people is got recorded, and from next time what I'm doing is if any other staff is coming in, if I'm trying to open these people's lock for these people as well, then this model should automatically think of itself, and if any other employee with the registered ID number is coming in, it can mold in such a way that you can open doors for those people as well. That means the intelligence is built in such a way that it can make the self-analysis and can deliver some kind of results. Clear? Come on, if you have any queries, you can put it in the chat. So this is what basically what IoT is, what artificial intelligence is, and how we can embed this technology, artificial intelligence, into IoT. And this is how AIoT is going to take. So before, if as a fresher, if you want to start learning AIoT, you want to start with base of IoT, understanding how these IoT devices work, how you can build these IoT devices. Then you need to also understand how these machine learning models are also being built. Uh, yeah. So that is how you need to, then once you understand these two things, then you need to come in. Yeah, the thing is, it's very clear. People will think that once you read some kind of articles or going through the bookish definitions, you might think that this is very simpler. But when you are going more into practical stuff, when you're experiencing it, when you start building projects, you start experiencing technology in a better way. And this is my own experience. I started working on with this technology IoT way back in 2015-16, where see IoT don't even have these many repositories, these many communities, and this much amount of support when you start learning. Now you people even have IoT in your curriculums and all, but that was the time to 2015, 2016, where most of the people don't know what's the definition of IoT is. Even colleges treat IoT as something which is very strange. At that point, when we start learning, I was very fascinated about this technology. And as I dig deeper, there is a much lot of stuff that we had learned. And this technology is very fascinating. And once you start working on it, you'll be very happy working with projects. But unfortunately, people nowadays are satisfied with learning. I just want each and every one of you to come out with practical experiences, come out with projects, apply things what you had learned from the basic level. If you had learned the smallest thing, try to apply it in a right way possible that will yield some kind of results. How many in the meeting want to stop this learning here? How many want to continue this with practical implementations? 3, 4. So basically, let me make things very clear. Most of the people are interested in implementing things, but the problem is they're not getting right kind of mentorship. Developing under a right kind of mentorship is something always very important. But the problem is we are not getting such kind of guidance when we are coming up and going and dealing with projects. People will learn that's okay, but until we see doing a project doesn't mean that going back into YouTube and getting some kind of project, following the stuff and doing it. But it's all about getting an idea, understanding the implementation part, and start implementing things on a right way possible. That is what will always make the difference, because you need to construct an idea. People nowadays are not even bothered about architecture. Architecture is the sole part of learning, and if you want to build a project, it should always start with architecture part. And which only thing that we start learning is we just go there, we just see what the components we require, we go with connections, we build a code and done. But at least the procedure of implementing a project, as one should know from people in industry. And I see people fascinated about learning AI, IoT and all. But how many of you really know what these people in the industry are particularly working on these domains? Can anyone? Just type yes or no. Do you people really know what are those people in the industry doing on these domains? So my question is, without having an idea on what is happening in the industry, how can you yourself lay a path towards your destination? Aren't we wasting our time? So we made one thing very clear. We had just started a community for students where students can learn and improvise their own skills. Because until or unless you people are like, what I mean to say, or putting up your thoughts into it and learning things, it's not going to happen. So we thought of having a particular community where you people will be learning. How many are interested to learn IoT? 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, good 10, 15 people. Very good. How many are interested to learn machine learning? How many are interested to learn machine learning? So we had created a one-year platform for students where students can learn and exhibit their skills. Because I cannot say that in this 1 hour or 45 minutes webinar that we had today, you people can learn all the stuff that we gonna get from this technology. You can be experts in AI and IoT. Always preferred. We thought of having an offline webinar in your college due to COVID burst out. It's not happened. But I always preferred people having a practical experience than kind of theoretical lectures going. So one thing that we realize in this community of students where people always have a privilege to learn and exhibit skills. Like people can learn any sort of technology. We created a one-year technology for students where people can come in. If you're interested in machine learning, come join the community and learn machine learning from it. If you want to learn IoT, learn IoT. If you're fascinated about building websites, come start building websites. For every technology, we'll be connecting for the people in the community, we're connecting a free 1 month bootcamp programs on all these technologies every month. If in this month, if you are willing to learn machine learning, come start. If you are willing to learn IoT, and next month, if you want to go with machine learning, okay, you are welcome. Then you really, because the thing is, everyone are fascinated about technologies, but we are failed to understand which technology is suitable to us. Understanding the suitable technology is very, very, very important. See, it's all about if you have a question, if a technology can be learned in a month, a technology cannot be learned even in 5-10 years. Okay, so the thing is, why we had elongated this community for 1 year, though we have a 1 month boot campus. To start with, you need to have a fundamental idea on these technologies. You need to learn what these technologies are, how you can build architectures, how you can start building with projects. And in 1 month, you'll be doing a couple of projects on the level that you can be achieved in this 1 month. Then we have an idea incubator program, and I can proudly say that this is the first of its kind in entire India, where in this entire 1 year, you can come up with n number of projects. Once you learn the technology, come up with n number of projects. We'll help you build those particular projects. If you're coming with 5, 10, 15 projects, it's up to you. For free, we'll be supporting all the students to come up with projects of that scale and achieving them. So that is where learning is progressing. It's not about learning it in a month and leaving it. This month will create you a platform to understand how things are moving, about the technology, how we build things, how architectures, even how you're using Git repositories and all, how you will be sharing and working on different things. Then you will be taking it from there. So you have entire 1 year where you can come up with projects and learn few things. And if you think that we need to have one more technology so that you can embed both and work with projects, you can go back and learn other technologies. No one is restricted to learn a single technology. Okay, so learning and incubating and doing projects. And one more important thing that you need to take care, and the people at this age should need, is industrial mentorship. Through these 12 months, we have a lot of industrial mentors in touch with us who will be working along with us in projects. So what we make sure is we make sure that you will be having webinars each and every month on these kind of, from these industrial mentors. So you'll understand how they are working, how is that particular domain in the industry, how is growth for that particular domain and all. If you have that clear sort of understanding, then see, you are learning at the same point of time, you're getting guidance from the industry people. So correlatively, you can find your progressive path towards achieving your goal. Right? At the same point of time, every third Sunday, we thought of putting up workshops for making you people optimize and build your resumes and LinkedIn profiles. Because that is one thing that you people keep on ignoring. How many of you think that this will help you as a solution? This community will help you as a solution to come into practicality and enhance your skills. 2, 4, 4 else? Just give me a second. Come on, guys. How many of you think that this will help you to bring out? See, miracles won't happen overnight. That is why we put up all the experience and expertise and put it into this 1 year program, because we know the value of the time that you spend in your engineering, because we had crossed the stage and came forward, and then we understood the importance of practicality at that particular age. So we came forward and started this community to make things people understand that. And because at the point of time when we are in our engineering, we don't get any kind of platforms like this where we can come up with our project ideas. We have ideas. Bringing out your ideas and making it a reality is like a nightmare for us. We need to work a lot of time, need to search for mentors in the industry, need to approach them. We'll get a lot of rejections. No one are ready to support people at this time, spending their free time out. So we thought of putting up a solution for those people. And we are here and came up with a solution. And one thing is, we just want only serious people to come up into the community. So for the entire community of 1 year, we just placed a registration fees of 1,000 rupees for the people who are just willing to come into the community. As we want to keep everything in the community to free for 1 year, we just thought of putting at least 1,000 rupees registration fee to make sure that only serious people from the community will join the community. Because how things go on from here is, for every person who is joining the community, you will be assigned a particular counselor, and they'll be getting in touch with you frequently to make sure that you will be continuing the learning process. In this 1 month boot camp, every day you will be assigning through few tasks to make you understand how this technology exactly works. If you have any questions, they'll be backing up and moving with you so that you can get things better and better. So as we just want only few people to come into the community who are serious to learn, we just thought of keeping this basic registration to come for the people to come into the community. So people who are interested can fill this form. We'll just share you the further details on how you can join the community. Because even the community registrations will be putting up only when we attend some kind of webinars or something. You cannot even register from the website itself because see the reason why we are putting up this community interested people registration at the end because we want people who are serious, spent a lot of time in the webinar, who have time to learn only to be part of this community. Yeah, sure. That is what actually we are also a requirement of few interns. The reason why our thing in starting this community is even when we have recruitments for internships and all, it's hard for us to find a person who is already having expertise on all this. So when person is done with a boot camp, have done couple of projects and people who are excited and doing well, we'll only take them for internships and give them opportunities. So we are yourself creating a pool of people who are creative, which where you can learn something at the same point of time when we have some kind of requirements and all, we'll give you a chance to perform in the internships. If you have any more questions or something, you can put it in the chat. Because see, for the 1,000 rupees you are paying and we training for you an year doesn't, there is nothing that we'll be getting benefited. We're just making a pool of people and resources because we are trying in a bigger expansion in the fields of IoT and ML and we need large number of people. So we are happy that we at least have a pool ready when we are good to go. And even a lot of my friends have been working on different domains and companies where they have their own set of requirements and people are interested to get an internship. We'll also refer you for the best. I want everyone to take action because it is an age where we have that motive to do, but most of the people won't take action basically. We have that enthusiasm. Yeah, I need to do. I want to achieve something. I want to get a high page. I want to invent this. Even I want to be a Rajinikanth where I'll be building a humanoid. You have all the fire in you, but won't come out. So all the sessions that will be going on in the community, we had made sure that they'll be going on between 8 to 9 in the weekdays and 10 morning sessions in the weekend. So this won't be distracted and see, you need to come up with one thing, at least taking up an hour from your busy schedule. How many are so, is there anyone in the meeting who is so busy that you cannot even have 5 hours a week? Put me in the chat. Do I have 5 hours for my learning? Yes or no? How many of you think that you don't even have 5 hours for your learning? Okay. Thank you everyone. One last time, I'll be sharing you the form, and we can end the session as well. People who want to know more about the community and be part of it can fill this form, and I guess I have a wonderful time with you people in the session. Hope to be in your university and conduct more interactive sessions. I'm very much fascinated about interactive sessions than these kind of webinars. Let's see how things will go on. I'm happy to see all you people. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir. Thanks for the webinar.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, sir. Have a good night, sir.
Good night. Good night.